Yo, 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 what it do, what it do, what it do. Welcome to today's Let's Talk About It Saints Nation. For today's topic, today's convo, and today's cat, it's about them Tigers. Y'all seen them Tigers last night? I need y'all to see me. Did y'all see them Tigers last night? Did y'all? Because I seen them. I ain't see the beginning, but I seen the end. And we're going to talk about Death Valley, the real Death Valley, right here in the great state of Louisiana. Y'all see what we did, Clemson. We're going to talk about today. We're gonna talk about that defense. I'm going to break this down in reals today. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let's talk about it, LSU Nation. Well. They came, they conquered, and they dethroned. I think it's safe to say week one was the battle and the rights, proper rights and ownership to say who's the real Death Valley. If I must say, LSU Tigers came and showed out. So we know who the real Death Valley is, and we know where they reside. Right here in Louisiana. Go LSU Tigers. Let's start off by saying, good job, Kellen Moore. I'm sorry, wrong guy. Moving too fast. You slow it down. Good job, Coach Brian Kelly. What you did in that recruiting class, I salute you, sir. You brought back something LSU ain't have in the last 2 years. That's a strong defense. You brought something else back. And I don't want to jinx it, but I think it's safe to say DBU back home. DBU's back where it's supposed to be at. Right here in this great state of Louisiana. Right here in that great city, town, parish, Baton Rouge, capital, Baton Rouge. That's where it's at. Then DBU, we done turned to wide receiver U. Now we QBU, which we're going to have our third quarterback, Heisman winner, first round draft pick, come out of LSU. Now, what I like to give credit to is that pride and joy, New Orleans' own, Harold Perkins. Salute to you, number 7. I salute you, number 7. Mr. Perkins did what he was signed up to do, and that was to be the star. And when I say the star, I mean every bit of it, all 5 points of it, all 5 points. He was on the quarterback. He gave pressure. He did what he needed to do in the last end of the game. He was on a lot of the key stops. Him and Weeks. Shout out to the Captain Weeks. We're talking about number 40, Big 4-0. Shout out to Big 33. You know, shout out to all the recruits that came and showed up and showed out. The transfers. I'm sorry, not the recruits, but the transfers. The boys balled out, man. They balled out. I mean, Halsey missed the first half due to a suspension. He had last when he got kicked out of a game. Came back second half, held down. You know, shout out to Gilbert, number 2. You know, you got in the game. You did what you were supposed to do. You know, last year you was a little shaky. You know, they say you had some injuries, things like that. But I give respect where respect is due. You did your job. Big shout out to number 4, Delaney. Man, he was a porter, transfer porter. I mean, yeah, we got the dogs in the place, and I believe this year is going to be our year. Say the first, remember that. I believe this is going to be our year. Offensive. I'm sorry, back to still on defense. Pyburn. Salute. to me, it seems like all our recruits, I'm sorry, I keep saying recruits, all our transfers showed up and showed out. The $18 million that was spent in the transfer portal, it showed up and it showed out. I mean, if we were doing a free agency class, and this was the NFL, we talking about free agencies, things like that, that's what this would be equivalent to. Good free agent pickups to rebuild a team that was on the verge of possibly going down. But now, look like we can see the sun again. We hit a rise. I like to give credit to that offensive line, which was on paper supposedly the worst offensive line in the SEC. Not my words, that was commentators. Worst line in the SEC. Showed up and showed out. 1 sack. No quarterback issues as far as turnovers. And we did have 2 turnovers due to, holding the ball for our receivers. Tight end had one in the early, I want to say first quarter. And we had another one in the second quarter. Chris Hilton on the screen. Offense got some things we need to clean up, but for the most part, I think offense did a good job. Defense did a great job. Clemson quarterback was supposed to be, the next up and comer. Possibly, number 1, number 2 draft pick. I think LSU did a good job defensively containing him. I think cornerbacks did a good job containing the receivers, not letting the receivers get, comfortable, making routes very difficult for them to get in and out of, real physical. Didn't see many defensive, pass interference plays, holdings, things like that from the defense, cornerbacks especially. Nothing was over the top, A few plays were, in zones. We was got some holes that was exposed inside the zones, but nothing to the fact of them getting, crazy points from it, ridiculous touchdowns or put them in position to kick, get points, basically, field goals. Offense did a good job moving the ball. Both times we had 2 turnovers on fumbles. We was in, moving the ball in position to score points, whether that been touchdown possibly or a field goal. I said just small things offense got to clean up, making sure we protect the ball at all times, hold that ball till we get to the ground. I didn't get to see the play with Brown. I would have liked to have seen that play. I see the highlight of it where he caught it on the 1. Looked like he was able to, hit the power line before he went out of bounds. I didn't get to see the full play. Highlights didn't show the replay of it because I know there was a replay they had to do to verify if he had possession. Assuming that he didn't have possession when he hit the ground, because what the highlight showed, that was probably the only glimpse I was able to see of why that play didn't stand up or be held up as a 1st and 10 on the goal line to, give us the chance to go up by a touchdown. But we were still able to get points off it. Kick a field goal, get 3. So wasn't, wasn't all bad, 3 points helped us tie the game, which gave us the momentum to go on defense, get a stop, get the ball back, go downfield, drive, and score another touchdown, put us up. And defense held on and was able to keep them from, moving the ball to the point to where they was able to successfully score points to tie the game or, get a win. So kudos. Garrett Nussmeier. You've been my dog since you was a freshman. When I seen you, I can't remember exactly what game it is, I'm not going to lie. Little bro, shout out to my little bro Nook, what up? Watched the game, and you got in, and you were slinging that pill. And I was like, gunslinger. And I gave that name gunslinger, Anybody know me, especially my bro, you know what I'm saying? Your nickname from me is Gunslinger. You know what I'm saying? I like the way you throw that pill. You're not afraid to throw that ball in any kind of window. I give you credit for that. Calm down, gunslinger. But good job, great job. Good way to manage the game. Make smart decisions. Last year when pressure was on, you got a little rattled. I seen him make a little bit. Seen him make mistakes. He was able to keep his composure. There was pressure all game. Never folded, never buckled. Last year got you that experience to hold the reins, and you showed out why you are the, captain of this offense. That's why you were number 18. Respect. Moving from Garrett, I'm gonna have to go with Durham. Like I said, I didn't get to watch the full game. When I got to watch the game, it was a full quarter. We didn't run the ball as much in the full quarter, except for when we took the lead. But for the plays I seen Durham have, the touchdown early in the first half. Second half. Yeah, touchdown you got. Touchdown run he made, second half. Tre'Davious Green, great, hands, great way to put yourself in the, game-winning touchdown. Keep the DB, their best DB, at bay, use your body, 6'7" frame. Got a, nice touchdown. Give us the overtop, couple catches he had. Got a few first downs, few of them, 5-yard catches. Got him, turned them to 9-yard, 11-yard catches. Good way to use your body. And good blocking. Offensive line held up. Great job by the O-line. Great job by receivers. Would have liked to see more from Brown. Would have liked to see more from Chris Hilton. Especially, with that speed he has. Boy can run. Got to see the new tight end. Bauer, I think his name was, Brewer. Good job. Sharp, got to see him. Good job. Who I'm missing? I didn't get to see Caleb. I seen Caleb get one run for -1 yards. Really don't know what's going on with that. This year, I was expecting Caleb to pretty much show up and show out. 2 years ago, he got in the game. Can't remember who it was. We played again. Sorry. He trucked somebody. And, he was showing he was that next Leonard Fournette, if I must say, with the power and the speed. But due to whatever reasons, there's been lack of that dog, I would want to say. Haven't been seen the same out of him, even, still the first game of the season, still got a lot of game left, a lot of season left. Might change next week. Might start seeing more of him throughout the weeks. I would like to, I would like to see him get to that next level to the NFL. I think he'd be a great back. I didn't get to see Harlem Berry. I did see stats on Harlem Berry, but I didn't get to see, Berry getting the play. So I missed the game due to, other business investments I'm involved in. I didn't get to see Harlem Berry. I seen the stat sheet. I seen he had a couple plays, runs. I think it was. He had a couple runs. He got, carries. I would like to see more of our stat sheet open up. Granted, it is the first week of the season. I understand, coach had a select number of plays he wanted to utilize and a game plan that he had that he wanted to, get X's and O's on, dot them I's and cross some T's on, that they ran the X's and O's. So good game plan and good strategy by Coach Brian Kelly. I would have to admit, great strategy and game plan by the defensive coach also, I would have to admit. All around good gaming and strategy by all the coaches, offense, defense, head coach included. I just think everything was set up the way it needed to be set up. I'm just, at this point right now, I like what I see. We would always like to see more. Remember in the 2019 team when we came out, we was putting BTA, belt to butt on a lot of teams. Proud moment. But this win here I feel can solidify our dominance in the SEC and in college football by beating one of the top-ranked teams in college football. Especially, not many people gave us credit. Not many people believed in Coach, you know what I'm saying, Brian. Not many people believe that, still possibly may not believe that he can do something with LSU that he couldn't do with Notre Dame. I believe he can, being the caliber and talent of players you have around you. SEC and I believe the SEC and the ACC and all these other, divisions in college are different. Conferences in college are different. So when you go to name in different conferences in college, everybody knows the SEC, is top and everybody else trickle down. But I'm not trying to start any war between who's the better conference and standing third. We all know where the best conference football is played, SEC. But I just want to give a big major congratulations to the whole LSU, overall, all the way from the coaching staff down to the team equipment staff members, because everybody did a good part and everybody plays an important part in helping the players train and getting the players prepared for the games. Hold on, baby. Everybody do their part to get the team and the players prepared for Saturdays. You know what I'm saying? And I feel everybody did their part. Keep up the good job. But yeah, man. I wish I would have been able to have a longer segment. Let's say I wasn't able to really catch the full game. I was only able to catch highlights. So from what I seen off the highlights, I think it was a good game. Stat sheet, when I looked at the stat sheet, good game. Looking for Nussmeier, do what he do best, and that's keep slinging that pill. Look for our run game to accommodate our passing game, so we'll have more of a passing game, and us might have more time to be patient in that backfield, especially with the run game helping out the pass game. But this is probably the end of our segment. I hope y'all enjoyed. I know I'm not 100% where I want to be at. I'm still working things out, getting bugs and stuff out like that. That's it. Just the beginning, y'all. Like, you enjoy the beginning of the ride with me, and we're going to take this all the way to the house till the wheels fall off. I want to do a shout out to, all the segments I'll be doing shout outs to businesses and things like that and to people. Hold on, baby. I was doing shout outs to businesses and people who are doing things in the community. Today's shout out will go to Nola She Chef. I want to say that again. Nola, Nola, She, SHE, Chef, CHEF. Nola She Chef. You can find her on Instagram. She has her own catering business. She does everything from bland food to soul food. I don't care who you is in the tri-state area, Louisiana area. I said tri-state. I don't care who you is in the Louisiana area. You look for a caterer. You're trying to throw a party. You doing brunches. You like meal preps. I don't care what it is. That's the person you need to go to. Once again, her name is Chef Taylor, but her Instagram and the way to get to her, to be able to book her, will be her Instagram page at Nola, Nola, She, SHE, Chef, CHEF, Nola She Chef. Also like to give a shout out to a few guys that I'm involved with as far as the dog world. Ivy League Exotics. Shout out to the gang. We got Nanos, Bully, Nanos, Micro, Pockets. We got Frenchies. Yeah, I'm sorry. Got distracted, my wife. But yeah, like for y'all to join the page, comment who you think, who you know that should get shout out. Like I said, every week, every segment, at the end, I'll be doing shout outs. Got a few people I can shoot out. Shout out Drew Take One. You know what I'm saying? Great guy. Does picture performance videos. He's doing parties, graduations. We want somebody to make beautiful memories and something that'll stay in the family forever. Holla at my guy Drew Take One. Perfect performance. But Instagram would be Drew DREW Take TAKE 1 ONE Drew Take One. That'll be his Instagram. You can book with him. Another shout out I like to give out will be to another good friend of mine from Lutcher, Dog Man. I see you, baby. Wildlife, no life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Dog Man. Great guy. You tell the name self-explanatory, Dog Man. You're great with the dogs. Everybody that's been involved with dogs, from bully dogs to Frenchies to big ropes to regular old school backyard pit bulls to hunting dogs to whatever dog you could think of. You know what I'm saying? Like, great guy. You know what I'm saying? He's real good, real knowledgeable. I mean, it comes down to need to know any and everything about the dog. Like, that's the guy I go to. Great guy. I said shout out to Ivy League Exotics. That's the dog kennel club that I'm in. Shout out to the gang. Chad, man, I'd like to thank y'all for joining today's episode. Today was LSU. Let's talk about it, LSU Nation. Every Saturday and Sunday, I'll be doing pre-games and post-game shows of college football of LSU and NFL football of the New Orleans Saints. Pre-games will be basically just summing up, and I'm sorry, not summing up, but basically what we're going to be looking at and what are we going to be focusing on as far as from what plan and procedures and what preparations LSU team has took and New Orleans Saints team has took throughout the week to get a W that Saturday or that Sunday. I'd like to thank everyone for joining. Once again, hit the like, subscribe, and comment on any and everything that we talk about that you see on this podcast. I hope y'all enjoy today's EP. I have to get back to being a father. I enjoyed the time. God bless. King Po out.